Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how understanding ruminant nutrition helps us get the maximum grazing efficiency. Hello, fellow cattlemen. If you're like me, you take pride in raising quality cattle while ensuring your land improves and is healthy and productive. But let me ask you a question. Are your cattle truly getting the most from your pastures? When grazing, we should focus first on cattle health, then performance, and lastly, conversion efficiency. Conversion efficiency is very important, even though most people grazing cattle do not consider it. They don't think about it. When in a feedlot, that's the most important trait or characteristic or thing that they need to consider. Because conversion efficiency means how many pounds of beef or wing calves we get per ton of grass we produce. Many times, this is the weak link that keeps us in the red. Did you know that cows can overconsume up to 60% more grass per day than they need, and without extra production? This extra grass is wasted, and this can be from not grazing correctly. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that supplements, expensive feed, and constant monitoring are the only ways to ensure our cattle get the nutrition they need. But what if I told you there's a smarter way? One that allows your cattle to thrive naturally while also cutting your feed costs and doubling your herd size? And that's exactly what my effortless plant grazing short course is all about. Today, I'm inviting you to a free Q&A session where we'll dive deep into the real science of ruminant nutrition when grazing, a topic that will change the way you look at feeding your cattle forever. The link is www.rwranching.com/grazing course as one word. If you're tired of spending too much on feed and supplements, and want a low input, high output system for raising cattle, this is for you. Let's dig into the real truth about ruminant nutrition and how grazing the right way can increase your stocking rates, improve herd health, and keep more money in your pocket. Now let's look at the problem. Why conventional cattle feeding strategies are holding you back. And it's not your fault, but this is what most people do. And many times we do what other people do because we think that they know best. You see, most cattlemen today believe that to raise healthy and productive cattle, they need to feed expensive supplements to compensate for poor quality forage, rotate cattle frequently to ensure they only eat high-quality forage, feed hay for several months a year because winter grazing isn't nutritious enough, overfed grain-based rations to improve body condition. But here's the hard truth. None of those strategies are sustainable. Why? Because they force you to spend money and work harder instead of letting nature do the work for you. Think about it. How did ruminants survive and thrive for thousands of years before humans started feeding them supplements and grain? The answer lies in the natural digestive design of cattle and how we can manage grazing to work with the ruminant system instead of against it. And do not forget, we want our cattle to perform well while they improve the land on which they graze. Now let's look at how cattle were meant to eat. Cattle are ruminants, which means their digestive systems are designed to ferment fiber and extract nutrients from forage. And here's how their system works when appropriately managed. Microbial fermentation. Cattle rely on microbes in the rumen to break down cellulose and turn it into usable energy. And unlike monogastric animals, cattle need a steady intake of fiber-rich fat through the day. Protein and energy balance. They don't need high-energy grains. They need forage that promotes a healthy microbial population in the rumen. And efficient nutrient cycling. Proper grazing ensures that cattle recycle nutrients into the soil, which in turn grows better quality forage. Now, here's the biggest mistake ranchers make: interrupting this natural cycle with artificial supplements and grain-based rations. Feeding grain or high molasses supplements disrupts the delicate microbial balance, reducing rumen efficiency and making cattle more dependent on external inputs rather than optimizing forage use. Why? Because high-starch grains and molasses are very high in lactic acid production when they are fermented in the rumen. And this lactic acid kills the rumen microbes whose job is to digest the fiber, the lignin of your forages. And then you will start to see more undigested fiber in their manure. Okay, let's continue. Effortless plant grazing, letting nature do the work. The secret to doubling your herd size while keeping them healthy isn't in feeding more, it's in grazing smarter. Effortless plant grazing is a system I developed based on decades of experience, designed to maximize forage digestion by allowing cattle to graze the entire plant, not just the tops. Many times the tops, yes, they are higher in energy, higher in protein, but they are lacking fiber. And a ruminant requires fiber to chew their cud. Improve rumen function by ensuring cattle consume a balanced mix of grasses, stems, and legumes. Ensure optimal livestock health. Reduce hay and supplement costs by extending the grazing season to year-round. And create healthier soil by optimizing long-lived soil carbon building and nutrient natural cycling. An important consideration. When moving cattle to a new pasture, rumen microbes take 10 to 14 days to adjust to the new paddock's forage abundance and quality. If daily movement is not possible, it is actually better to move cattle every 2 to 4 weeks rather than every few days. This gives the rumen microbes time to adapt, ensuring better digestion, more efficient forage use, better performance, and healthier cattle overall. And this isn't just theory, it is a proven method that has helped ranchers worldwide increase stocking rates, improve soil health, and dramatically cut input costs. I am a dairy nutritionist with over 20 years experience, and that helped me to find the answers to the riddle of how to graze more efficiently with better livestock health and performance. And here is the best part. This is easy to implement, and I'll show you how. Join my free Q&A session and get your questions answered. I know that switching to a grazing-based nutrition plan might sound different from what you've been taught, but trust me, it works. That is why I'm hosting a free Q&A session where you can ask me anything about how to optimize cattle nutrition through grazing, how to cut back on expensive supplements and still have thriving cattle, how to increase your stocking rate without buying more land, how to improve soil fertility through natural grazing methods, how to harness nutritional adaptation to lower cost. By the way, nutritional adaptation is a trait that allows some cows to maintain productivity while other cows in the same herd are losing body condition. Nutritional adaptation comes from genetics, and we can select for it. Just head over to www.rwranching.com/grazing course, one word, and register for the Q&A session. It's completely free, and you'll walk away with real practical knowledge that you can start to use immediately. It's time to ranch smarter, not harder. If you're tired of watching your best pastures decline, if you're tired of spending thousands on hay and supplements, if you're tired of seeing your cattle depend on grain-based feeds, if you're tired of feeling stuck with conventional methods that don't seem to work anymore, then it's time to rethink how you're managing your herd. Effortless plant grazing is the key to letting nature do the heavy lifting while you reap the rewards. So if you're serious about doubling your herd size, slashing your feed costs, raising cattle the way nature intended, and building healthier soil and stronger profits, sign up now at www.rwranching.com/grazing course as one word, and join me for this free Q&A session. I look forward to helping you transform your ranching operation, and see you there. May God bless you, your cattle, and your land.